So I wrote this song about losing it all and starting this fucking band. Let's fucking go!
Cold, but the futures look fine. I drew a line where the breakout should be. The market laughed and pulled the rug from me. Every headline's a siren at sea. Every green candle whispers follow me. I jump aboard and the tide disappears, leaving me stranded with my hopes and fears. I keep chasing shadows on a chart that's moving fast. Every setup looks perfect until it becomes the past, and the candles keep fading. Right when I think I'm finally in control, the market keeps changing, turning my diamond hands into fool's gold. I keep reaching for the skyline, but it keeps moving further out of sight. The bells keep ringing, and somehow I'm always one trade behind. Just outside, I switch my side the second I see the crowd reverse direction instantly. Support becomes resistance overnight. The tunnel closes just before the light. Every map I draw becomes obsolete. Another masterpiece of self-defeat. I keep trying to capture every wave before it breaks, but every move I make becomes another small mistake, and the candles keep fading. Right when I think I'm finally in control, the market keeps changing, turning my diamond hands into fool's gold. I keep reaching for the skyline, but it keeps moving further out of sight. The bells keep ringing, and somehow I'm always one trade behind. I bought the rumor, sold the news, then bought it back and paid my dues. I chased the gap, I chased the run, and somehow missed the only one. The tape keeps dancing out of reach, preaching lessons it won't teach. Every scar upon my screen marks another almost dream. And the candles keep fading. Right when I think I'm finally in control, the market keeps changing, turning my diamond hands into fool's gold. I keep reaching for the skyline, but it keeps moving further out of sight. The bells keep ringing, and somehow I'm always one trade behind.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where it is a beautiful Tuesday, July the 7th. I'm locking that in. What is July the 7th, or this daily double bet it all there? Folks, I hope you had a good one. I hope you made a buttload of money yesterday. I'm not saying that it was the easiest trading session. We kind of had a little bit of an up, a little bit of a down, a crazy overnight session. So I don't know if you guys are day trading, if you're looking at options or futures. Hopefully you crush it. If you happen to have a little bit of a larger time frame, we're still kind of just grinding sideways. This is an awkward week where we don't have the biggest macroeconomic developments. We're not really getting too much in terms of monetary policy. Yeah, there are some bond auctions we could talk a little bit about later this week, but the major thing right now, I would still argue, I guess, is a little bit of Iran, but all those peace talks are right now paused for the week because of the funeral. So we're kind of in this lull in between period where there's fun things to pay attention to on an intraday basis. Like, are you scalping? Are you going for a little bit of a larger intraday swing? But in terms of actual swinging, it almost feels as if maybe the best thing to do is to do nothing or to just sell premium. Core 1M, the correlation's still kind of messed up. I'm surprised VIX isn't a bit higher. So intraday, we have some movement. So in terms of really you and your perspective, your vantage point of the market, you might have a wildly different opinion of right now, this is a great market versus not so much. If you're selling premium, you're loving it. But premium sellers always love the market because premium selling is an awesome way to engage in the market. If you're day trading, well, yeah, there's some good ranges. So, like, if you're just on the right side of it, yeah, you can make money. If you're not so good at day trading, you probably hate it. I would argue right now the one thing that's kind of like whipsaw-y, like a tough setup, if you will, is swinging options, long calls, long puts in the current environment. So, I hope whatever you're doing, you're making a bunch of money. My job this morning is to break down what's going on, and right now you're about to find out that there's not really much going on in terms of data drops. This is going to kind of be a purely trader positioning type of a day. This is going to be an options influence type of a day. This is not one of those days where I'm like, oh, pay attention to the 10 a.m. announcement. Oh, we have FOMC at 2 or this, that, or JP Morgan. No, no, no. This is like, if you're just a pure trader and you don't like when these random things blindside you, this is that kind of a day where we're just looking at the positioning, we're looking at support and resistance, and we're playing it appropriately. And the risk of just random events, if we'll call it that, is relatively low. So I want to break that all down for you. Of course, I want to give you an update on the state of the competition. So I want to explain where I'm at, and we have some crazy, crazy news there. So that's going to be it for this Tuesday. Let's see if we could dive in, understand where the big money's at, and let's see if we can make a couple buckaroos or two. So I do appreciate you joining me at the butt crack of dawn. Let me do my job. Well, I guess first of all, I did a little scalp trade on my TPT accounts because once again, I already passed it. So I just need more trading days. So $5, $5, $5. And the other thing that you're going to see is up $4,791 is my competition account. If you read the title of today's show, this is day 2 of the Legends Trader Cup 2026. And yesterday it ended very, very poorly. At the time of market close, at 5 p.m. ET yesterday, I was down about 2K, maybe 2.3K. And then I kind of got a little mad during the US-Belgium game. So I got the kiddo finally to bed, and I was like, Matt, you can't go out like this. Mateo, there's so many people that depend on you in this world. Like, what kind of a streamer would you be if you don't degenerately get yourself out of this hole? So the account started at 25K, went down to 22,700. I was down to 2.3K. And now you can see I had a huge swing around, a huge, huge swing. And basically I was up all night trading, and I just fought as hard as I possibly could to get myself into the green. And it's been a wild one. Like I said, this is day 2 of the Legends Trading Cup. Just so you know, they're running a pretty sick deal right now in, I guess, celebration of this Traders Cup, 60% off and BOGO. So pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video, you can find what you need to. But like I said, 60% off. And on top of that, when you buy one, you get another one. I like the apprentice accounts myself. But anyway, more important is the competition. Is your boy is sitting at number 8. This is a 32-person competition. At one point, I was deep red. I was like number 25 or something. I was all the way back here. And then all night I fought and fought and fought. And you can see my closest competitor happens to be the person I'm against. The way this competition works is it's not you against the field and each half continues to make it. You're against one person. It's a 32-person or competition. My person is Hobo Joe. So it just so happens that as much as I'm beating, I suppose I'm number 8, so I'm beating 20 plus other people. The only person I really need to beat is Hobo Joe. Right here, this is who I'm against. Mateo's in the bottom left, Matt Kohrs, there's Hobo Joe Trades, and we are at each other's throat. And on that particular note,
Dingity ding ding ding. The world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun.
remember, it's just money. You can't take it with you when you go. So I need to talk to you guys, but before I talk to you guys, whoa, that is way too loud there, brother. What? Why did that just destroy my eardrums? Jesus, that was excessive. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute trying to push bullish, 1 minute trying to push 5, 10, 30. So a little bit of a mismatch right here. S&P 500 is a bit stronger than the NASDAQ, and we're kind of even seeing it. You can see the SPY here is basically break even. It's down 0.08, while the NASDAQ is down a full percent. So the tech sector is definitely weaker. Obviously, a little bit of weakening of the classic AI trade. For those of you curious about the major levels on the day, it's a pretty evident setup. The biggest positive gamma node is 7,500. You have another one here at 7,550, and then you have negative gamma at 7,535 and 7,575. So those are the four levels I'd be paying attention to out of the gate. Once again, 7,575 and 7,535 for negative gamma. For positive gamma, 7,550, and then also the biggest one of the day is 7,500. So pay attention to those, track those. Let me reload this so we can see what the flow is out of the gate. A little bit of a pop. Once again, a little bit of a mismatch here, and you could kind of even better see that right here. You can see that the S&P 500 super bullish, super bullish, super bullish, super bullish between the 1 minute to the 30 minute. But then if you look at the NASDAQ, 1 minute is questionable, but the 5, the 10, and the 30 are all super bearish. So a huge mismatch out of the gate, which for me means sit on my hands, especially for my other accounts. But I need to figure out what to do with this competition. I really, really do. So hang tight for 1 second, because I did ask. I wanted to know how often. I wanted to know how often I should actually be looking at the leaderboard. I think it updates every hour, I believe. So let me give it a reload just to see. So like I said, I'm in at number 8. I'm number 8, $3,846 net positive. My direct competition is Hobo Joe. He's up. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this a bit better. He's up 3,550. I think it updates every hour. But what's the game theory here, folks? How would you do it? My goal is, as of 5 p.m. Eastern today, to have more net P&L than Hobo Joe, and then I move on to the next line. It just so happens that I got put against, obviously, a really good competitor. Forex is actually against WTF Trader, so my buddy Forex, he's also in a steep competition against his guy. But other than that, 1 through 5, these guys are so far ahead of their competition that their competition doesn't even really have a chance. And then there's people all the way deep down here, like or closer to number 20, who are actually still going to move on because the person they're against is deeply in the red. Like, why can't I be against someone who's already down 12,000, 10,000, 9,000, 7,000, 7,000, 5, 3? Like, why can't I be against someone in the red? Why in the world am I against a guy who's actually trading well? Like, come on. So anyway, this round of the competition ends today. I want to be very, very clear on this. So there is going to be every round is a 2-day trading competition. So it started yesterday. Obviously, it is continuing today. And the fact that we're pretty much tied, let's just call it tied, I don't know what to do. Like, how would you, like, I don't mean this rhetorically. I'm actually like looking for your advice and how you guys would play it. Would you trade this aggressively out of the gate and try to catch a 100-point move on 2 contracts and quickly go up 4K and then call it there? Obviously, there's a huge risk with that. Or would you do nothing, and maybe the fact that he's slightly below me, maybe he'll make a misstep and then obviously start to lose? Like, I just don't know what to do. I'm so proud that I fought back, because last night at market close, like I said, I was down 2.3K. I got myself not only out of a 2.3K hole, but I went up 3 point whatever. It was like a 4.8K swing around. So 5K swing around. And now I don't know necessarily how I want to handle the game theory of this. I don't know if I want to be like aggressive and get one really good trade in and then just kind of set the line. And because once again, if it updates every single hour, he'll be able to see where I'm at. And then that kind of sets the benchmark for him for the remainder of the day. I could go for a big swing out of the gate. I could do nothing, and maybe just the fact that he knows he's down, maybe he'll make a misstep and like lose 1K or something like that. Or do I just like stay calm and not really do anything and wait for him to make a move and then start trading? Or do I not pay attention to him at all and then just keep maybe scalp trading throughout the day? Maybe make another 5 or attempt to make another $500, $1,000, something like that. I'm torn on how to handle this. I really, really am. Ooh, hang on. I want to mark these levels out. That was quite the puke that we had there last night, or 2 days ago, excuse me. How would you guys handle it? How would you guys handle it? Just keep trading good. Yeah, well, that would be helpful of me if I just keep trading good, you know? If you just keep making money, I was thinking about that. Like if I just make more money than him, I should win, you know? At a certain point, you can win any competition by just getting more points. All right, the S&P 500 is showing some weakness. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute is potentially breaking down on the S&P 500. The Nasdaq 1 minute's bearish, 10 minutes bearish. 1, 5, 10, and 30 are remaining bearish. So the S&P 500, which was giving the bulls a bit of hope here, is starting to show some weakness. It's going to get a bit dangerous. We have some time. I'm kind of waiting somewhat for 10 a.m. ish, but if this snaps whatever the opening bar is low is, that is not so good. All right, here's a look at flow. It did pop for the first 2 minutes, then it took a hit trying to pop now. If you look at the Mag 7, pop gave some back. NASDAQ not really doing anything. The Russell kind of popped a little and now kind of giving it back. I'm torn. Show him who's boss and make another 4K today, dude. It was when I tell you I was up all night trading, battling the market. Like I said, I got the kiddo down. He finally went to sleep. I came down to my studio here, my trading bat cave. I told Piper, put on a cup, get yourself a cup of coffee, make your man here a whole bottle of it. And Piper and I just ripped it. We just ripped it so much. Lots of coffee. Piper had coffee. I had coffee. We laughed. We cried. But she really helped me through it. She really, really helped me through it. Matt, did you make the Streamer University? Is that the Kai Cenat thing? Because if so, no. I'm too worried about trying to make money rather than making Streamer University. I don't think they really necessarily care about financial streamers, trading streamers. We're kind of in our own little ecosystem, our own little world. Okay, I do need you to know that there's nothing scheduled for today, Tuesday, July the 7th. There's nothing on the schedule, so that's one thing to know. And then also, if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, macrosoutLocals.com. I give you every single Sunday a breakdown on the market, cheat sheet of earnings, cheat sheet of the major macroeconomic events, and I give you the seasonality of each day. Over the past 27 years worth of information, the bulls have won this day 55% with a profit factor of 1.87, and the bias is obviously bullish, especially starting about 10 years ago. So this is just seasonality. I'm giving you the odds 55-45. But I'm also here to show you the equity curve of how it's played out over the better part of the past 3 decades. So I want you guys to know that. Remember, this information is completely free. All you have to do is sign up, macrosoutLocals.com. It's just a newsletter, so my mob will drop that in chat. But I just want you to know the seasonality of today, it slightly favors the bulls. And my data has already dropped. Or it's just not updating anymore. I don't know what to do. My data, it's right here. The data is going, but my charting is not updating, unfortunately. I was looking at the charts, and honestly, I think I might have taken one of those trades. No, I was having issues with my Ninja yesterday, and am I having issues again today? Fudge. Fudge. What to do? I don't know. It's not. What do I do here? My Ninja. Not again, dude. Seriously? Oh, I was having problems with it yesterday. What are your thoughts on Oracle leap calls? I don't give a shit about them right now. I'm focused on other things. Crap. All right, Control Alt Delete, Task Manager. Hang on one quick second. Ninja will kill Ninja. All right, I just completely killed Ninja. Let's just pray that maybe the old restart. Maybe the old restart will help me out. This will make the competition a little bit more difficult to manage. Am I on the most recent version of Ninja? No, I'm on the version 2 ago because the most recent version sucks. The font sucks. I was having more and more trader issues. Like it took forever to register if the trade was in or not in. So I went to the version right before. because the most recent one I was having even more issues with. Like literally, I would trade. It took forever to show that I was in the trade, and then I would get out, and then it took forever to show I was out. The font was looking weird. Like I was having a lot of issues with it. A lot of issues with it. Oh, brother. Stay flat all day. Your competition will never see it coming. All right. I think. Okay. The only thing that's not right is my trade copier is not set up, but the data is coming through now. Yeah. I'm having more and more issues with Ninja Trader for sure, which is a big pain in the butt, I must admit. A big pain in the butt. A big pain in the butt. I just want to make sure I have this all set up properly. I'm reinitiating. I'm reinitiating all of that. Okay. I'm reinitiating all of this. Okay. All right. It looks like the data is coming through somewhat fine at the moment. I just want to make sure I'm on the right competition. Yeah, comp. Okay. Okay. I think we're back to where we need to be. I think. Who knows? Where is. Oh, brother. All right. What are we doing? We're kind of moving pretty aggressively. Maybe it is smart for me to not be doing anything at all outside of the gate right now. Okay, we're at RTH VWAP. Let me get the session VWAP loaded up here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. All right. How do I want to do it? All right, you can see how I traded overnight, made 4.8K, putting me net positive, and then on the take profits, I did a quick scalp, and I haven't traded in any of these other ones quite yet. Waiting for that particular opportunity to strike. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, SPY swinging back around a little bit. To me, the trend isn't really well defined yet. I was about to go short. Good thing I didn't, because now we're popping. So I'm actually feeling a little bit fortunate that maybe I should feel a little fortunate that I didn't have the data working, because there's a good chance I would have traded it and I would have already been wrong. So calm, cool, collected. We're going to figure this out. SPY is starting to pick up. Mag 7 down, kind of going flat. NASDAQ. All right. How do we have these levels? We're a little bit in this negative gamma. There's not much negative gamma. There's big support at 7,500. 35 is a bit of this negative gamma, and then 50. So we're watching 50, 35, and 0, 0. So, and we're at 25. We're at 25. So you have 35, you have 50, and you have 500. We're picking up a little bit on that. On this 1 minute, we did touch the 1 minute 50 EMA, not showing the most strength. Oh, this is, what time is it? 9:44. So we're 14 minutes into the session. 14 minutes in, we popped, we dropped. Now we're at the 50% mark. We're trying to decide which way we want to go. Oh, has anything here updated? No, I don't think it's updated yet. So maybe it updates at 10 a.m. All right, a little bit of a potential breakout here. We're testing. Oh, we're testing. All right. All right. Let's throw in this order just in case this fails. Not really swinging for the fences here, just going for some basic scalps till we can get a better idea of the day. The volume should be on, but who knows?
Order filled.
I think that filled. All right, let's see if we can get a basic scalp. Nothing too crazy. Not in love with the time of the day, but it was a valid entry. We popped up, got rejected. Oh, how do I want to do this? It did get rejected. Oh, just got the fill.
Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
Okay, so out of the gate, I don't know where we're watching this one. So we hopped up to 900. So the L Cup is the competition account. These other ones are just like my normal, quote unquote, normal trading accounts that I am. Hang on. Why did that cut back so hard? I don't know, but apparently I made $80 on each of those. Okay, so we got one little scalp in, we were knocking the nerves off. Did Apex pay out yet? No, they did not, but I heard from the rumor mill that they're close to it. Actually, speaking of that, I can't take advantage of this because I'm still frozen out on Apex, but I want to let you know that they are running a pretty crazy deal that it does end today. Today's the last day you can get this, so it's 90% off. You could use that code Goonie. But what's interesting is they're bringing back a legacy account. So to celebrate, obviously, the 250th year of America, the best country ever, you can actually get the account, and it ends tonight, Tuesday, July the 7th. You can get the eval for $17.76. So I just want to share that with you. If I was allowed to buy accounts, I would be buying these accounts right now because that's a crazy good deal. You can, there's a special PA fee upgrade all the way up until next week, July 14th. So just wanted to share that with you. But 90% off a 250K legacy account. This is the last day to do it. It's the final day, Tuesday, July the 7th. This is the trading session, or if you buy it, you can still trade them tomorrow, but like you have to have them purchased by midnight tonight. So this is the account I would be buying if I was allowed to currently be buying accounts on Apex. But right now, I'm just kind of waiting it out. I just want to point out that it's the legacy account. That's why I think this is a worthwhile one, just because the legacy accounts and how it works with the 5 payouts and everything, you can make a good chunk of money to go all the way to 5. Why would you promote a company that held your money hostage? Well, because you can still make money off of it the first 5. And granted, I'm not so stoked about the lack of communication. It's still like a good deal for you guys. I mean, you have to admit that like in terms of how much I talk about them, it's gone down quite a bit, a lot. And I could even see that in where you guys are choosing to sign up. But I guess I just wanted to let you know that it is a pretty good deal. It's $17. Like at a certain point, my job for the community is like sometimes I have to set aside what frustrates me and then obviously like understand that maybe something is still pretty good for you. So if you don't want to use it, I'm not telling you to use it, but I know some of you still like it. And with that, obviously you can still run up the 5 payouts. And hey, maybe if you're at the point where then you're waiting for $1 million, well, you and I could chat together about maybe the best way to handle it. But obviously there's quite a few payouts between now and then. So like I said, you don't have to do it. Like, I guess I'm just trying to be, I suppose, a bit mature about this situation and understand that sometimes things that maybe frustrate me, well, maybe you guys don't care about it at all. So like, I'm trying to be like mature here, but just to be completely frank with you, I can't buy them. Obviously, I have chosen to buy many other accounts. I have Alpha, I have Lucid, I have Legends, I have MFF, I have Take Profit, I have Tradeify, I have all these other ones. I just want to let you know, because I know that some people don't care about my sob story, and you're like, no, I'm going to use the firm that I'm going to use. So if you just happen to use that firm, just wanted to let you know about it. And if you don't want to, if you're doing it in support of me, actually that means the world to me. And I think that's incredibly kind that you guys are that loyal and would have my back, but you have to understand that not everyone thinks that way necessarily. But for those of you who are like, nah, I'm just not going to, because You got the Goonie members back. Thank you. That's actually really, really kind. I like that. That means the world to me. That's actually super, super incredible that you guys would be that loyal. That actually means a ton. That's so kind. I'm reading more and more of you guys saying that. More and more of you guys saying that. Well, hey, there's always legends. They're current for this competition. They're running 60% off, and when you buy, when you get one. So 60% off plus BOGO. Pretty gnarly deal. Pretty gnarly deal. All right, so we have one trade in thus far since market open. A little bit of a $90, $85 scalp. I doubled up on some of these. Those ones are completely done, so we don't need these accounts. I'm trying to make sure I know which accounts I'm trading versus not. Okay, we're almost at the buffer. One more good trade. I think that, right, 2K is the buffer. I've almost maxed out the buffer on these 50K accounts. I'm at 957, 935. These take profits. Obviously, the buffer is 4.5K. And these Tradeifys were brand new as of yesterday, so did like one good trade on them yesterday, and then obviously in these for right now. So we're almost, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize how close I was to max. Dude, look at these bounces. This is what's tough about trading so early right now, is if you're right, it can really go in your favor. But if you're wrong, you can get so incredibly punished. I mean, look at that bounce. We just went from 477 to 537 like it was nothing. Just like, this is the 500 tick. 1,000 trades took us all the way up there. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm happy I got one trade in. I'm starting to think maybe I was a little bit more lucky than anything else. Micron's taking, wow, look at these memory stocks are getting destroyed today. Wow. SanDisk down 8.3. Lam Research, not technically a memory stock, but in that play, down 8%. Intel 7.5. Micron's a legit memory play, down 6. So yeah, the AI, especially the memory subsector, is a bit under pressure. Meta's doing decent, up 2%. Microsoft's doing decent, so a bit of a pivot back to like these pure tech plays. A little bit of a pivot. All right, we just cracked the intraday low. We just cracked it. Maybe a short at 500 was good. Why is memory going down? People are getting a little freaked out about it. They don't want to be the last one holding something because everyone's yelling at them that it's a bubble. So it quickly becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, a better question is, why did it go up so much? A lot of people expect the market to just be green and go up. And if it's up, that's like the base expectation. And like the argument is like, how could you have looked at anything else whatsoever? And then the second there's red, they're always looking for the reasoning. But remember, it cuts both ways. Like, okay, you might be concerned that it's down 8%. That's fair, especially if you have it. But then what about the other question? Why not question why it's going up so much without a breather? It does fairly cut both ways. Oh, did I mess up? Should I have held one of these? It's so early. Okay, I'm thinking we're going down to 500 on SPX and on NQ. We kind of have a potential push all the way down to somewhere between 325 and 350. I don't want to, I like this trade. I was in here at 946. And granted, I would have been scared at 948 because that, I would have been nicely green to it pushing against me. But if I was able to withstand that, even this, if I took the breakdown at 949, same thing, scared, looking good, scared, and then it did break my way. So there hasn't really been a moment that I've seen. Maybe the breakdown at 932 right here, it starts to go, barely goes against you. But even then, you're up nicely just for it to be break even. And granted, you didn't really get knocked out, but like you saw some nice green for it to go. Like we're just really moving. We're just really, really moving today. I don't want to chase it. But dude, what's in the back of my mind is like, what if the guy I'm against, what if he caught this whole thing? What if he just arbitrarily went short and he's now up hundreds of points on two contracts? Like that's up 4K against me. We're basically tied at the start of today. So if he's up 4K, if he just caught this, like, I don't know if there's much I can do to make that back because the good moves are in the morning. So it's not like we have equivalent size, big pushes all day. So I guess you could argue on the flip side, what if he went long and now he's completely blown out? Yeah, I guess there's like as equal of a chance as that happening, but golly. All right, here's a look at flow. Why did I just not hold that short? Yeah, be careful about a potential turnaround here because we're running at a negative gamma. Now, granted, we can run out of it all the way to 7,500, but it might be one of those weird things where we bounce at 7,510, 7,505, something in here. So I just want to point out we are running at a negative gamma, so I definitely wouldn't be chasing the short. I just don't think that's appropriate right here. Not only because are we running at a negative gamma, but there's just not the risk reward is less than 1-to-1 because there's a real chance of 7,500 pounds. So I don't want to chase it. It's one thing if we bounce up and it starts to fail, but just to chase it, I mean, it's as simple as this. You ran out of negative gamma. 10 a.m. reversal, that's another thing to consider. We haven't been seeing that particular trade as much lately, but it's still, we're seeing it enough that it is worthwhile to discuss of somewhere between like 950 and 1010, 1015. We've been seeing a lot of switcheroozles. Basically, whichever direction we're going, somewhere between like 955 and 1015. We see it at least 2 to 3 times a week where right from that moment, boom, it just like completely changes course. The large players are done whatever rolling or whatever they're doing with their books, their new positioning, and then just the exact opposite happens. And in this case, it's a little interesting because since we're at the bottom of negative gamma, the top of gamma is literally market open. So this is actually suggesting if the selling stop, if buying starts, basically, if the selling aggression chills out, if the buy aggression kicks on, whether at a key technical psychological gamma level, whether it's because of the time, whatever it is, yeah, you can easily cut through all the way to where we started the day, the intraday high. That's this whole negative gamma zone. So, I mean, obviously, as I say many times, but just a reminder, I'm not your mom, so do what you want. If you want to chase this short, chase it short. You might be able to squeeze out this next 12 bucks, but the play was to get short somewhere in here or right at open and play it all the way down, not to chase it at this point, because the more you chase it, you're just skewing your risk to reward. Because if you're short here, your risk is basically the intraday high and you don't have that much reward. While on the flip side, if you went short at 1033, if you went short somewhere in here, your risk was closer and your reward was farther away. So you just had a better ratio. So just because something looks bearish, just because something looks bullish, doesn't necessarily mean it's appropriate to put on a bearish position or to put on a bullish position. Not at all. Like, I mean, half the battle is us trying to determine what the structure is, what the trend is. But beyond that, once you are confident in that or have some level of reasonable confidence, the next question is, can you take advantage of it with reasonable risk to reward? And I find that a lot of retail traders, especially people maybe newer to their career of a trader, as soon as they're confident in the trend, that's when they put on the position. That's not what you want to do. You want to be confident in the trend, and then from there, look for an optimal risk to reward position. So it's a very important two-step position or two-step process. And then when you find in that position, a third one is make sure you're playing it with appropriate size. But with all that being said, I do want to point out the SPY got hit, flow alert. This is another sign of a potential reversal. Folks, I mean, like I said, I'm not your mom, so if you want to chase it, chase it. But putting together the fact that we're at the bottom here of, we're starting in positive gamma, we're almost at a key level. We just got this flow alert. Generally, you see the reaction, I don't know, we clock it, and this is just anecdotal, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes later. This happened at 9:57. You have the potential 10 a.m. reversal. If you're super, super confident about going short there, have at it. I wouldn't. If anything, I would be more compelled to see if I could grab a long, just putting all of this together. I mean, we got as low as 508. So the people who are short looking for 500, now they're a little trapped because they missed it by about $8. We ran out of negative gamma, ran into positive gamma. We just got a flow alert, which if that happens to be a bullish flow alert, remember flow alerts themselves are not inherently bullish or bearish. It just means someone is trading with size. So if that person trading with size is getting either out of their bearish position or into a bullish one, that could be a potential reversal. It's just very, very dangerous to chase that short. Incredibly dangerous. The 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute is bearish. Looking at momentum, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute is also bearish. Popped, kind of failed there. Let's see. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Patience, 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 folks. Okay, it's 10 a.m. Did Hobo Joe? I can't, dude. Am I gonna lose to a guy named Hobo Joe? I don't know if it updated or not, but Hobo Joe 3846. Okay, it did not update because I'm up 8-9 right now. So we don't have it. I thought it was updating at the start of every hour. Maybe it takes a minute or two to push. So just remind me to check it again at like 10:05 or something like that. Because I want to see where my op's at. I want to see where my op is at. My freaking op. You're gonna learn today. Hobos are gonna learn today. Hobo. All right. Patience. I'm waiting. Sometimes right at the 10 a.m. hour, you can see some weird jockeying for position. I'm using every little droplet of discipline in my hand to not be clicking these trade buttons. I got in a trade, arguably probably shouldn't have made the trade I did, but hey, it was green. I made a little bit of money. I thought that would do a bit to calm down my nerves, but the fact that this competition is neck and neck. I'm also one trade away from being good on the buffer for all these 50K accounts. There's a lot at stake. All the drama. All of the drama. I like Smart Matt when he explains all this stuff. Unfortunately, Dumb Matt is the main Matt that controls my brain. Once in a while, Smart Matt breaks out and tries to explain stuff. But a lot of the times, dumb, degenerate Matt keeps him locked up in a cage in my brain, and he's not allowed to play with us. So I don't blame you. I like Smart Matt too when he makes my financial life easier. It's just kind of like that Split character. Like he just doesn't come out that often. What's your name in the competition? M Kohrs, right? Or Matt Kohrs, and then right here, M Kohrs 147. M Kohrs, which stands for the M. This is going to surprise a lot of you, but the M in M Kohrs actually stands for Matt, which is also my name. Isn't that kind of crazy that the letter happens to be the overlapping letter with my first name, but it's because that's what the letter stands for. The Matt Kohrs name, that's the M. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that absolutely nuts? I think it's nuts. Maybe not everyone does though. And hey, teach their own. Teach their own. All right. Like I said, we're out of this. 7,500's right there. Flow alert. We're starting to pick up. So people were selling puts. Excuse me. They were buying puts and selling calls. Now they are selling their puts. So they're not necessarily aggressively chasing this to the upside. I'm not seeing call buying quite yet. So this is more of the reason we're stalling out right here the past couple minutes is probably more fairly described as not bullishness, but lack of bearishness. We had put buying, which turned into put selling. We had call selling, which is now flat, and actually call selling is starting to pick back up. So the bulls aren't necessarily stepping in buying calls right here. What we're seeing, this little choppiness, once again, it's better, in my opinion, it's better described as a lack of bearishness than actual bullishness, which makes me a little bit less confident in slinging along right now. And then also why I'm a little bit questioning it is just because maybe it does want to hit 7,500. Not only is that the intraday low, excuse me, well, it would be a new intraday low. It's the low from yesterday. It's also a key technical, psychological, and it is like I cannot stress this enough. It's a 99.06 percentile play. This is a huge gamma influence. So just knowing that, it might be a little bit of a magnet. And from there, maybe it's a worthwhile shot. But you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an alert just so we know if it either tags that or maybe just even the low, because we did undershoot it, I guess would be the term, by a point. We got to 597, not 500. So I'm kind of just looking in this region. And then I want to see if at that moment, if that's when the call buying really starts. I'm surprised that the flow alert didn't. The flow alert almost felt a little early, didn't it? It feels like those put players took their profits a little bit early. I love how all the Americans don't have American flags because that's not how it was set up. They only allowed one flag. Like there was no repeat flags. They just asked us, they're like, what flag do you want to be? My first option was America, and apparently someone else responded before me. My second option was Vatican City, which I think is why they gave me Italy. But just so you guys know, Vatican City is its own country and it does have its own flag. And my third option was North Korea. Obviously, they did not give me the US, they did not give me Vatican City, and they did not give me North Korea. But you're going to notice, like, I'm actually kind of surprised you're saying that when look at there's no repeated flags at all. And you're thinking that all of us should have, like, look at, there's one person who got America and that was it. They wanted all of us to be different countries because I assume of the World Cup. But the fact that you're saying, oh, I love how all the Americans don't have the American flag. Did you not notice that only one person has the American flag? As in they only wanted us to, they didn't want any repeat flags for whatever reason. But I'm a little bummed because I wanted Vatican City. I thought I was being a little bit clever when I looked up the smallest country in the world, which is Vatican City. And I figured, okay, if they don't want to give me Vatican City, maybe they'll just give me North Korea. And I did not get either of those. So a little bummed. I'm not mad. You're mad. I'm not mad. You're mad. But no, America would have been cool. Actually, I would have been stoked with any three. Of course, America. I want to represent the homeland. And then if I can't have that because someone else responded to the email faster than me, I would have preferred Vatican City because that's just a fun little conversation where everyone gets to learn a little bit. We all get to learn about. Wait, hang on. Do I need a pop? Mag 7 even pop. Hang on. What time is it? 10. I gotta skip it. I was about to throw on the short, but I don't like it. Something about it. My spidey senses are going off. I'd be taking the short roughly around, I don't know, 35, and I'd already be down by 15 points. Something, I was about to go short, but my spidey senses, something here. Something here is, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. That was a pop. We're running out of this negative gamma. We could hit 7,500. I just don't know if it's worth it to try to play down there. Yeah, of course you could risk these recent lows. I'd be back to break even right now. Okay, I would have got my profit if I took that trade, but it would have only been a small scalp. It would have only been a small scalp. I don't know. I just don't necessarily like this risk to reward. Yeah, I think there's high odds of us getting down there, but the risk for being wrong, like you're just going to get punished. It might just be better if you wait for it, wait for some sort of extreme overextension. And then from there, see if you could catch a falling knife. Is this looking back 10 or 20? Well, what's this one looking back? What's this base KC? 20. Okay, it does look back 20. Yeah. You don't want to chase it there. Overextension. We're kind of in the midline right now. Right there. I mean, I would have made a little bit of money, but same thing. If you're targeting 400, nope. Bounce right there at an awkward 414. Like it's just, let's get rid of this. It's messing up the chart. Honestly, let's just get rid of this too. I want to clean it up as much as I can. As much as I can. Patience. Oh, did the thing update? Where are we at in the competition? All right. Where are we at in the competition? It did not update. Okay. I mean, people definitely had to trade, and these numbers are seemingly all the same. So let's just wait. Wait. Yeah. Patience. Funny. It stopped me right on the tick and immediately changed direction. Huh? If you played it the other way, you would have just been that good. Matt, do you not look at call, put, wall, or gex flip levels? That's what this is. This is literally a gamma map. That's right here, gamma. This is the gamma map. It's just I don't know what data provider you use. Maybe it's just shown in a slightly different way, but inherently it's still the same underlying data. The same underlying data. All right, let's see if we can get a cheeky little buy in here. I'm wondering if it'll overshoot 400, tag me, and then go back up to 400 where I can lock in a little bit. Just a cheeky little one, you know? Never mind. Oh,
Order filled.
how far deep? My fill's not even 400. There. Oh, go. There we go. All right. We got another one. We officially got above 5,000, which means I'm up net 4. So these accounts started with 25K. I'm at 29, so I'm up net 4, which makes me feel good. Why do these levels show differently on Mentor Q or Spot Gamma? I don't know. I can't comment. I don't know what the hell Mentor Q is, but I can tell you unequivocally that Spot Gamma is the best options analysis tool that I've ever used, and I've used all of the main ones. I don't know what that random one is that you're talking about, but really there's only so many ways to kind of do this because everyone's trying to show the same like gamma levels and whatnot. I promise you, as a person who's bought subscriptions, all the major ones, use all the major ones, talk to the owners, the techs to understand how they're breaking it down, what they're doing. I promise you Spot Gamma is the best. I promise you Spot Gamma is the best. All right, quick little trade. How close are we getting to the 7,500 level? Maybe a little bit more to go. We're right at the low from yesterday. We're almost at 7,500. What's up with Ninja Trader? I had an issue with Ninja Trader myself earlier this morning. I restarted the program and now no issue. So I don't know if maybe that'll work for you. All right. Here's the real question of the day. As much as everything is bearish, momentum, structure, options flow is all bearish. The question is this the extent of where we can go? We ran out of negative gamma. We're at a key place, a key technical level, psychological level, gamma level, probably an ATR move if I had to guess. The question is this the place where it's like worthwhile to try to step in front of a steamroller, see if you can catch that falling knife? Because if it, and who knows, if this is a V shape or a Nike swoosh reversal, you get to ride it all the way back up to the intraday high. Now, of course, it could be, option maybe 2 is that we bust right through it. That seems unlikely. But what could happen is it could be a little bit of a dead cat bounce, and we could just go up a little bit and then actually crater through on that one. Okay. Ooh, we almost hit 500 here. Almost hit it. All right, we just took that out. So we're below 500. Are any buyers going to be stepping in? And we're coming up to a key. What's this? 28. Decent size bounce there already. Let's see if we could pull something together here.
Order filled.
Shit, that really cut through. That was a big block order. Come on, go back up to 28. All right, got the fill, but I didn't on these other accounts. Why the hell not? Oh, because those are going for 5 points. Shit.
Order filled.
All right, that worked anyway. Okay, got another scalp in there, and obviously we're slowly but surely growing these other accounts as well. So why did I know to do that? Okay, to break that trade down, to give you guys a little bit of the secret sauce in real time. As I've pointed out a million times, we're at 7,500. I knew there was positive gamma. This is an interesting level for shorts to take their profit. It's an interesting level to punt long. And then putting that together on the NASDAQ levels, I'm looking at the low from 2 trading sessions ago, somewhere between 350 and 328. So I figured give myself a little bit of a buffer, throw it in at 25. Granted, it swept lower than I anticipated. It went down to 08, 09, but I just saw key levels on NQ. I saw key levels on SPX. I know that we're potentially overextended on the day, and I was able to pay it for a little bit of a pop back up. Now you might be thinking, okay, Matt, if you're willing to do that, why not go for a bigger swing? Like, why not at this point? There's a couple things there. First of all, the state of my accounts. Right now, this competition, my goal is to keep doing little scalps until the ranges calm down. And then maybe at that point, I could go for bigger swings. Because right now, if I go for a bigger swing and I'm wrong, well, that's the quickest way to give back literally all of my profit. So that's for this account. And then on these funded accounts, well, technically Alpha. Ooh, I need to write that down. Sorry, I forgot I need to do something. Alpha. Okay. The alpha accounts, these are evals. I just need to get them to 159. These ones are funded, and my goal is to get them to where I exceed the buffer. Look at, they're all now above the buffer. MFF, they're now above the buffer. Take profit, these are pros. I still have a bit to go, so I'm not too worried about those. And then the new Tradeify, like these are, the drawdown is from your unrealized high. So if you go up 2K and it comes back against you and you only take out 1K, you're eating into your buffer by that much. So for me right now, until I max out the buffer on all of these, it's better for me to do little scalp plays or to try to just get lucky on one big swing play where I lock in enough to max out the buffer. But the take profit pros, and I believe the Tradeify, and the MFF, until you max out the buffer, it's unrealized drawdown. So for me, like, I either have to be absurdly confident and lucky and pray that that trade that I decide to go for it maxes out the buffer and I make the 2K, or I could do it more realistically and just go for small little scalps until I get the buffer, and then I can start to trade it a little bit more. But like, I mean, I was pretty confident in it, putting it together. The ranges are a bit large. Let me show you the one in a minute. But look at that. We came right down in here. You guys saw my trade, pretty much the bottom. I mean, I would have been up quite a bit more. And then here on SPX, obviously the interesting one is, does it recapture 500? And I think it's going to be a little bit more telling if it pushes 504, just this recent little fractal high. So watching 504 and also watching, why is this not working? There. 491. So we tested it. And look at this option flow starting to pick up. We hit 500. We actually hit this next node too, and we came into a hedge wall, almost a hedge wall, in the spot gamma implied one day move low. This might be the bottom, folks. We might be witnessing the bottom being put in on the day. So let's just, and a telltale sign of that is like, okay, obviously structurally, do we start taking out some of these recent highs? If you're slinging the long here, just understand this is your risk. Don't let it go much farther past that, because it might be a legitimate continuation type of a day. Before you know it, you're all the way down at 480. Before you know it, you're all the way at 450, and you're carrying this long for no reason from up here. So if you're choosing to catch this falling knife, you got to be disciplined with your risk. And I think one of the easiest things to do is use a recent extreme. And in this case, it would be the recent low. And then on the other side, if you're right, well, you took on minimal risk and you got to do the V-shape or the Nike swoosh recovery. Obviously, the same thing would be applied on NQ. You could be long at 360. Your risk is 310. So you're risking 50 points, which is $1,000. That's a wide risk if you're trading a mini. But as it starts to go, especially if we get back above 400, you move your stop to break even. Honestly, I would even do it at 380, 390, something like that. But I'm seeing this. Oh, and look at this. This is going crazy. So people are finally buying calls and they're selling puts. So if this trend continues, we're looking at the Nike swoosh. We're looking at the V-shaped recovery. That's what I was looking for. And like I said, it came at, I was looking for 500. We overshot it a little bit more than I anticipated. And it's probably because we had this secondary node right here, if I had to guess. But remember, sometimes this is where the art meets the science. Like this idea of being like exactly perfect in the world of trading, it's impossible. You kind of want to use as much science as you can to get you in the right realm of thing. And then that's when you get into the art of it. And that's when people talk about like their gut feeling and they're kind of like vibing it out like that. So we'll see if it goes. Remember, whenever you come to a key area, that's when you're flipping the coin. You come to in this case, let's use this real-time example. You're coming to a key area of support. That is support. Now from here, okay, 50-50. Are the bulls going to step up? Are the bears going to get weak? Or is it going to be that dead cat bounce example that I alluded to and it gets destroyed? That's why, regardless of your confidence in the trade, you always, the most important thing beyond your trading strategy, this is more important than your trading strategy is what I'm trying to say. It's going to just be your risk management at 100%. 100%, it's your sizing, it's your risk management, but the Qs are getting smoked. Wendy's is green, going back to $8. Meta is holding. Microsoft is holding. Tesla hit pretty bad. Micron hit pretty bad. SanDisk, the worst, 11%. Lamb Research, dude, there is some movement on these plays. There is some movement. Google's green. SpaceX is down 5%. Wow. So some of the classic tech plays, Meta, Microsoft, and Google are green, while some of these other ones that are more closely linked to memory, especially, getting destroyed this morning. SanDisk is down the most on my watch list. What are we doing? Okay. Where are we at? We made a decent chunk. 380. Wouldn't mind if this was up to 1,000 though. Did anyone check to see if it updated? I'm gonna need your guys' help on this. Tournament rules. Does it say how often? It did update because I was at 3.8, so I'm now at 3.9. So it caught one of my trades. It caught the trade before 10 a.m., but not the trade after 10 a.m. So it must be updating every hour on the hour and then posting it slightly after that. Forex. Jesus. WTF trader he caught. So we got knocked from 8 down to 9, and it looks like Kellyanne kind of skipped some of us. But my op, Hobo Joe, has appeared to not trade yet today because he's still at 3.5. I moved up a little bit more, but nothing too crazy. I moved up a little bit on him. Obviously, had I my very first trade of the day, folks, you saw it. It was where was it? It was either 942 or 940. It was 946. Had I kept that short, this competition would have been over. If I I would have really had to muscle through a couple events, but I was short at 53, 553, 553. I would have been up 250 points on 2 contracts, 500. It would have been over if I just kept that. But you just never know. You never ever know. For as much as I know, that could have dipped. I got out and then it could have reversed and then I could have been blown out. Sometimes you just don't know, but it is painful in retrospect knowing that right now I'd be up 250 points per contract. I had 2 contracts, 500. I'd be up 10K. So I would be up 14,000. I would have actually been leading this whole competition in that one trade if I just degened a bit harder. Currently in 9th. Forex is not, he didn't trade today. Kellyanne did trade. And these other ones, WTF trader definitely traded. He was at 976. I think these guys are playing it kind of steady, which makes sense because they're so far above their particular competitor. Remember, it's just 1 versus 1 right now for the round of 32. Actually, the whole tournament's like that there's not much of an advantage for these guys to trade. The first one who probably needs to consider trading is WTF trader because WTF trader is against Forex Ike. And this morning they were within like $800 of each other. So he caught a trade. I don't know about 5, 6, and 7. Kellyanne's going up. Her competition must be close because, like I said, what's the point in trading if you're that far ahead of your competition? We could find out. Kellyanne is against who? Stock Tiger? No. So I don't know why she's trading because she has a $7,000 lead. She should chill. If I were her, I would chill because you're just risking yourself. If you take one bad beat and he has one good trade, all of a sudden you're like now in competition with each other. What about damn good trading here? He is against. Okay, these guys are close. So damn good trading. Someone is up 3,500 roughly. I don't know exactly who it is because the numbers, I don't know who this is, but these guys are at each. Okay, I get why they're trading. They're pretty close to each other. Damn good. Who's Chris? Crispy Star? Chris. I don't know if I see a Chris. Oh, Chris? Okay, these guys are close to Uncle Bugatti and Chris. Okay, so that's why he's continuing to trade because Chris is up 6, Uncle Bugatti's up 7. So actually, yeah, I see some of it. I see why some of them are continuing to push it. Do the totals reset each round? Yeah. So basically, it's just a 30, like right here, like hopefully I go on. I'm either going to be going against JMU Trades or Jesus FCT. And then from there, it would be either Daniel, Fabs, Chris, or Uncle Bugatti in this one. So yeah, you just restart, and each round is a 2-day trading session. So this is my op right there, Hobo Joe Trades. It just sucks. Like there's certain, like this little, like Chris is doing well, Uncle Bugatti, I'm doing well, Ike, William. This is the WTF. Like there's certain people who are paired against each other and they just happen to be in the top when in reality, there's people down here like that are going to move on because yeah, they might be 19 or 18, but they're going against someone who's like, someone's already down. Like, how are you down 17,000? This is a person who is an influencer trying to tell you how to trade and they are down 7. How do you even go down 17,000 this quickly? Like you had to just be so perfectly wrong. That's this person right here. Yeah, this guy only had to go up. Well, technically he just had to not lose $9,000 and it's even worse now. But this guy, okay, cool. He made 1K. He's done. He moves on like easy. And this is an influencer, this chick who's trying to teach people how to trade and then yet actually like legitimately last place in this competition. JMU, second to last place. So the guy right by me, JMU, second to last place. So this guy just doesn't have to do anything. Actually, he's doing decent. But like the point is he did not, actually, he's doing really well. Is that who this is? The numbers are slightly off, but if you start with 25, he's up 8 and change. That might be this guy, Olympic Merchant. Does anyone know? So this person, like literally we have the top person and second to last going against each other. Wow. So no matter what, dude, I'm battling it out. Dude, this little sector beyond JMU is crushing it. This guy crushing it. Like, it's just this whole, Kelly's doing well, but there's so many, these two are doing well, but there's so many people that are sucking, but it's weird because it's like all the good people are getting put against each other in round 1 by pure luck. And then all the crappy people just to get to battle against other crappy people. Like, what's this one? Look at this. This guy's down a K and she's up 1.5. Nothing. Easy. Be smoking them. Up 2K, down 7. Up 800, down 2.5. Like so many other competitions were so incredibly easy. Like that one's a joke, dude. This guy, this is a Patrick Weiland, Danny. He's like on their show once again trying to teach people how to trade, down to 17. That one's a really close one. Yeah. Lost money. This guy's going to lose money and is still going to get to go on. Literally losing money and moving on. How's D Money doing? He's up 2. So this guy's up 900. He's up 3,000. So he's doing fine, I guess. At least his guy isn't a complete wash. Brian Sonk is losing money. This guy's going to beat him. Once again, losing money, a slight gain. There's so many easier setups. Slightly up, hugely down. Yeah, there's a couple where people are still like actually going at it. And then there's so many other ones that are just so easy. The sad thing, though, for me is obviously I'm doing what I can, and I'm hoping I don't get tilted. I'm doing what I can to move on. But if I move on, I'm going against the top guy. If I move on from that, I'm going against other people. Like my competition all the way to the finals at this point is effectively just the top 10. Like that's what a crazy, unfortunate pathway I was dealt. That for me to get to the finals, I'm going against people almost exclusively in the top 10. Oh, brutal. But hey, that means when I win, when I reign supreme, when the world realizes how dominant I am, it'll make victory that much sweeter. It'll make my victory that much sweeter. Wow, that's really getting hit. Oh, we're at this head. It's dangerous to short this. It still is for all the reasons we said before. Even that big pop. Mag 7 had a little bit of life, gave it back. The NASDAQ is still looking pretty bad there. Look at that, just bleeding. All right. Let's see. We still are continuing with the structure of obviously bearish momentum, but in terms of structure, lower highs, lower lows. So still bearish. Interesting place for options. Interesting attempted reversal in options flow, but they didn't seem to care too much. PW always claims to win. I mean, he's a popular influencer, but I didn't know he thought he like. Do people consider him to actually be a good trader? At this point, you might as well just YOLO. I don't know if I'm at that point, brother. I'm in a close competition. I'm number 9. My dude's number 8. We are neck and neck. YOLOing. I don't know if that's necessarily the appropriate move. I don't know if that's necessarily the move I'm looking for. I mean, it's fun to YOLO, especially if you hit, like, if I kept that my first trade on the day, I literally would have been number 1 here because I would have made 500 points. I would be up 10K, so I'd be up 14 net. And then I wouldn't have to do anything. Matt, who is the best trader? The best trader does not waste their time making content. The best trader focuses on their trading, and then they make money, and then they shut up and move on with their life. So it's the chance of the best trader having a like public persona and a public profile is low. It's low. It's just not going to happen. They're too busy trading, making money, and living their life. They don't need to spend time caring about content. It's just not worth it to them. I think your guy is watching your stream. Maybe. I mean, he seems like a good trader. I don't know who he is. I just I can't. I mean, trust me, there's many good traders who I've just not heard of, and it just appears that I got positioned against one of them, or I'm in competition with one of them, because the dude's up and he's been steadily climbing. But it does make it fun, I suppose, as much as I wish I had an easy pathway all the way to the finals. It makes it fun. I don't know if I would have been up all night trading to try to catch up to him. So, you know, kind of, what's it? Like iron sharpens iron, that kind of a vibe. I kind of appreciate it. He brought the competition. Tori's the best, and her 6K trend line course. Yeah, Tori obviously sucks. It's all like marketing bullshit. And if you haven't picked up on that, there's a good chance you're maybe just like a simp. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in this space who are well, not even that good at marketing, but a lot of people are just attempting to market and they suck at trading. Um, damn, this is still gonna go, isn't it? Wow. All right, we just broke IB low. Yeah, we just snapped IB low. Just snapped it. Golly. All right. All right. 7th. What do we have here? 51. What did I just say? Okay, if you were in the Discord, Piper just fired. I just threw it in there. Damn, I wish I held this the whole time. I wish I held it. Now I'm a little like, what if my comp caught this though? What if he took a trade somewhere in here? What if he took this breakdown trade at 10-10? Oh, he'd be smoking me right now. Maybe he went long and he got smoked. I don't know. Hobo Joe. Does anyone know who Hobo Joe is? Hobo Joe Trades. Is he streaming right now? He might be streaming right now. He's not streaming videos live. We can't even scout him out, folks. We can't even get into the mind of our op. He's not live. He's probably watching us. Hobo Joe. You've been a fierce competitor, and I hope you don't take this personally, but I hope you make a severe misstep. I hope you make a severe misstep in your comp account. He's probably tracking us. Jesus. Look at that waterfall. Does anyone believe Patrick actually leads the lifestyle he claims as a millionaire? Oh, I fully believe it, but he didn't get that from trading. He got that from affiliate deals. I fully believe the dude has money for sure. That's not the part I would question about it. The part that's questionable is he an actual trader? Is he net profitable as a trader? He is his lifestyle, which he makes a lot of money. I don't know if he's the top, but he makes a ton of money from affiliate stuff. That's very much true. But I'm never seeing him posting how much he's net ahead from actual trading, which that kind of blows my mind. I don't understand why people use the affiliate codes of people who are clearly just not good traders. I don't know. There's so many people who would disappear within a week if people just stop using their affiliate codes because they wouldn't be able to survive. They're not surviving off trading. He never said he got his money from trading either. I mean, I don't really pay attention to it just because he streams when I stream. So obviously I'm not going to watch it, but I don't think he's lied about it. I agree with you. I don't think he's hiding it. I think he knows he's one of the biggest affiliates. He lets the world know he's one of the biggest affiliates. I don't think he's uniquely claiming that he's also some amazing trader and he makes all of his money from trading. I think I don't know much, but I think he's been pretty kind of open and honest about that. All right. Is the flow turning? So the SPY right there at 10:15, big pop to 10:31. We come back down. We did make a fresh low. We barely broke IB. It'll be interesting if we can actually get back above 500. But for right now, we're still in this trend of just down, down, down. What do you think of flow zone trader? No idea. Must be incredibly small because they've never crossed my path ever. There's a lot of people who I get asked about, and I just don't know them. There's even in this competition, I mean, respectfully, I don't know a lot of these people. The guy who's leading the competition, don't know him. My competition, don't know him. Greg, don't know him. Sage, see him complaining all the time on Twitter. WTF, don't know him, doing well. Ike, know him. Don't know. Only know because of Patrick. Apparently he sucks though. Minx only know because she fought with Patrick. Don't know. Don't know. Do know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Saul on a podcast. Saul defending ICT. Don't know. Saul and Patrick. Don't know. Saul on Twitter. Don't know. Saul on Twitter. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Saul on YouTube. Don't know. Don't know. Saul on Twitter. Fighting with people such as Patrick. Saul on Twitter. Most of these people I don't know. And that's true. So when people are asking me if they're on the smaller side of things, it's just the internet's a large, vast landscape. So the chance of knowing, it's just statistically easier, more likely that Hobo Joe overtook me. Crap. I knew he was holding on to something here. No, he didn't. You're screwing with me. Josh, you just made my heart drop for no reason. Josh, how could you do that to me? I'm reloading. Hobo Joe. I don't think it's going to update until 11. Alex from Flowzone Trades Live talks about each trade out live and bats 1,000. Okay, well, that's a fucking lie. No one bats 1,000. That's right away. You already are convincing me that either you're full of shit or he's full of shit, and you're probably here on his account trying to pump some other one. But at this point, first of all, that is screaming that he's a scam. If you really think that someone's batting 1,000, you're stupid. You're gullible. You shouldn't be trading. So you're either a dumb simp or you're him himself trying to be on my stream trying to get, I guess, viewers. Because what, you have 4 viewers. And that's so dumb. I honestly think it's just if you could just be honest in the world of trading, be like, yeah, trading's tough. I have good trades, I have bad trades. But when you're trying to put on this, I don't know, this fake mask of I make money all of the time. If someone's making money all the time, trust me, they don't have the time to make content. They're swimming in their money. They're on an island that they own themselves. No one's batting 1,000. No one's batting close to 1,000 in the game of trading. They wouldn't, if they were truly that good, they wouldn't make content. They would be running their own hedge fund. They would be managing a shitload of their own money. It's stupid. He has 2.2K live viewers right now. Yeah, people buy viewers all the time. They buy viewers all the time. I hope he's good. I don't want him to be bad. I want him, especially because in the retail space, there's so many people teaching the wrong thing. So I would never be rooting for someone to be bad at it, because that means that they're teaching other people to be bad. Do you know how many people come in here and they're like, dude, I've lost all this money from trading ICT or all these stupid concepts. I hope I don't know who this person is. I very much hope he is good at what he is doing. And I hope he is good at teaching what he is doing. The chance of that being true is low, but it's not zero. Just because I haven't heard of him, it's not like I have memorized all good traders. I'm sure there's really good traders out there who I don't know. I'm sure there's really bad traders out there who I don't know. He teaches ICT concepts. Oh, no, then he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Easy. Oh, JK. Well, if someone starts teaching you ICT, I promise you they don't know what they're talking about. They're not net profitable, and they're somehow preying on you, either signing up for their class or using their affiliate codes for them to keep their own lights on. There's less than 5 people in this world who have actually made money trading ICT, which based on how many people trade ICT and then how many people are successful trading ICT tells you that it's not ICT that's going to make you money. It's their particular hyper specific variant of it that's made them money. So like I said, are there some examples of people doing it? Yeah. But they're obviously doing something pretty special, because when you have hundreds of thousands of people trading the same concept and then most of them are losing money, doesn't make sense. It is very true. The concept is based around order flow and volume. He does not teach. Yeah, maybe he's good. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I hope what he does, like I said, I hope what he does is honest and earnest, and I hope he's good at teaching it if honest and earnest. But my default, and this is no, I guess disrespect to this person. I don't know who they are. My default mode is to not trust anyone in this space, because 95% of them are liars. He's currently talking shit about American food. Well, depends what American food. That's obviously inappropriate for Texas Roadhouse, and it's inappropriate for chicken pot pie. But I'm not saying all of our food is amazing. What he does is very special. Okay, cool. But also, your comments are super fucking annoying, dude. Why don't just go watch his stream? Like, if you think this guy is whatever, the best person ever, like, you literally sound like a paid shill. So you're in here yelling how amazing this dude is and how he bets 1,000 and makes so much money, but then yet you're choosing to spend your time in here with a person who, I'm telling you, I don't bat 1,000. I think it's actually impossible. You kind of just sound like a cuck at a certain point. You kind of sound like a little bit of a cuck. But maybe he's awesome. Maybe our show should just be watching his show. He's probably the only live streamer I've ever watched where he's winning consistently all live. It cannot be fake. It can 100% be fake. 100%. People have been caught faking it. To say that, you're just actually fucking stupid. Multiple people have been caught faking trades. I discovered a Texas Roadhouse in my city. Can you give me a tip on what I need to try? Oh, dude, best order for Texas Roadhouse: half rack of ribs, either mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes, depending on your favorite, and then some of the green beans. That's like the go-to order. I know you guys might be thinking, but Matt, it's a steakhouse. Should I get steak? No, you don't go to Texas Roadhouse for their steak. If you want a good steak, go to like Whole Foods or a butcher or something. Buy the steak yourself. Learn how to cook it. That's going to be your best money spent on steak, unless you're at some sort of like specialty steakhouse like Delmonico's, Peter Luger, something like that. But even then, it's questionable. If you learn how to cook a steak, sometimes like as soon as you learn how to cook a steak, from there on out, you feel like you're overpaying for steak. Why not a full rack? If you can eat a full rack of ribs at Texas Roadhouse, it means you didn't eat enough of the rolls. So that's on you. Like that's actually Kohrs. That was a trap that I laid and you fell into it. If you have enough space in your stomach to be able to fit a full rack of ribs, that means you didn't do your job on the rolls. That's 100% your fault. That's on you. And that's how I know I laid the trap and you fell into it. Spy's going again. Another flow alert. Is the bottom being put in? I mean, it's still technically lower highs and lower lows, folks. Potential little breakout there. Potential little breakout right here. Momentum is still down, but see how options flow. So we kind of took a breather and we saw this. It was abnormal. Came down, another flow alert, kind of representing the bottom. I'm wondering if this is the real shot. I'm wondering. Looking at that flow, how is... Oh man. Okay, so we're at the hedge wall. We're bouncing right off of the spot gamma implied 1-day move low. It's kind of the battle of 7,500, the way it was before, and then we broke down. It's on this bounce back up. Do we actually recapture it and push through this negative gamma, or do we just get rejected and make a whole nother leg lower? I deeply believe, I mean, looking at this flow of options right here, someone's trying to fight back up right here. You could see flow alert at 1041. We dipped at 1042. As of 1043, 1044, we are popping up. People are now buying calls and they're selling puts. It's the double doozy. Call buying and put selling. That adds positive delta and removes negative delta. That's why we're moving up so aggressively. The question is, will that trader sentiment last all the way to actually getting above 7,500? It's just, And then if we get going, what's kind of funny is the more we go up, the more likely we actually might go up. So this is the big fight to get out of this sticky positive gamma. But the more we go up, then we might get absorbed into this negative gamma, and then it becomes a positive feedback loop. And as you go up, the market makers buy more, pushing up even higher and higher and higher. So what's weird is for us to make this move back to the intraday high, the hardest battle is literally just the start to kind of stop this momentum and then to get going. But then from there, it kind of is like self-perpetuating all the way back up. So like the big battle is, can you get above and hold above 7,500 and get into this, I don't know, kind of almost this gravitational pull from the negative gamma and push through it. But time will tell. Time will tell. I made a couple trades today, as you guys can see. The competition account is up $4,000. I'm up net 5 on the session, but the session's up 5. But what matters is the total account value, which is up 4. So whatever number you see, you have to subtract 1,000 from it to know where my net account's at. Interesting. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. I don't really like it right here. I feel like I could have made a quick little scalp. It just, I don't want to be chasing it. Do you ever check the gamma structure of QQQ or SPX? I check them.
Order filled. Order filled.
I check them. I check it all. I actually post them in the Discord every single morning. I look at SPX, I look at QQQ, I look at IWM, I look at the Mag 7. I'm definitely looking at multiple things because once again, they're all little pieces of the puzzle.
Filled.
Okay, we got up to 5.2 and got these up to 450 each. So I'm trading double size just because these are evals on the alpha. So they're up at 900 or somewhere at 860, somewhere at 900. Other than that, the ones that I'm trading 1 for 1, I'm not like I said, these should be roughly double the size. So I'm doing 3 different things. I'm trading the competition account by itself. I'm trading double size on alpha because these are evals. And then all the other ones I'm trading quote unquote normal size because I just don't have that much buffer right now. Nice little trend line breakout. I'm kind of nervous, dude. Do you guys think Hobo Joe, thumbs up or thumbs down? Do you think Hobo Joe crushed it in this last hour? I believe the dashboard updates every single hour. So the question is between 10 and 11, did Hobo Joe jump above me? Like, Hobo, I don't know anything about him. I don't know his style. I don't know his vibe. Like, dude, is Hobo Joe a guy who crushes shorts? Is Hobo Joe, does he get his name from Dirty Mike and the Boys? Is he a guy that's known to go short right after market open? Is he a guy that plays IB? Because if so, Hobo Joe might be at like 8,000. Like what? Hobo Joe's in my head. I'm going to be honest, folks. I've never thought about hobos this much. I've never thought about Joes this much. But when you put a hobo and a Joe together, he's in my head. He's in my noggin, dude. He's in my noggin. Like for all I know, this guy's Belgium and he's supporting the fucking Belgium soccer team and he's probably feeling good about it. Like last night they just trounced the US. Hobo Joe's fucking with me, guys. Hobo. This hobo. This fucking hobo. He's messing with me. This hobo is definitely messing with me. I don't know. Yeah, like it's more of an issue of, okay, if Hobo Joe somehow leapfrogs me, am I gonna like spaz out? Like I don't, do I have the discipline to sit here calmly and just keep doing my job? Pros versus hobos. It was on Spike TV. I must have missed that. Hobo Joe just cleaned half rack of ribs at Texas Roadhouse like a hungry hyena. Dude, if he's fueling up with half rack of ribs, I can't compete with that. I'm a decent enough trader, but I even know my own limits. I can't take on a guy who just like that's equivalent to taking steroids. That's not fair. He's fueling up with a half rack of ribs. I thought that was against the competition rules. I thought this was supposed to be an honest, earnest trading competition. Would you rather have $1,000 or a free lesson from Alex? Definitely $1,000. I'd rather have $100 than a free lesson from some other influencer. The answer to your question is yes. Well, we're going to find out here very shortly. My accounts are in the green. I'm trying to stay calm, cool, collect. I think I actually even have more accounts. Oh, those ones I stopped trading because I just needed a scalp trade on the day. So there was no point in continuing the ones that I have hidden. Take profit, take profit, take profit, $5, $5, $5. I already passed the profit target goal. So I just need more trading days, which I think I need 2 more or something like that. I could check on that later. But in terms of all my other ones, we're looking good. Competition account is up. We're up net 4.2. Do we think Hobo Joe, if I get this up to 5K, if this is 30,000, do we think Hobo Joe could really do more than 5? We're coming up to the 500. We're coming up. Oh, smackarooski. We didn't actually even tag the 500. A pretty hard smack at 95. How's the options flow looking? So SPY is still trending up. Mag 7 not really doing anything. NASDAQ is also starting to trend up. I don't know. The setup of this right now makes me hesitant to do anything. So from a momentum structure standpoint, that looks like a great short to me. Popped up, failed, short, your risk is right there. But on the flip side, we didn't really touch 500. So even if this sucks and it's going to break down and go, it might have a fake out overshoot just for SPX to text 500. And then when you consider options, well, that's where it gets dangerous because the options flow is at the highest of the day, at least on SPX. Mag 7, it's not going down anymore. Granted, it's not going up. NASDAQ actually seemingly found a bottom and is popping. And then when I look at this, I'm like, okay, cool. Like if it clears 500, if we get over this positive gamma node, like, and it gets pulled up here, like, I know it sounds crazy. We can literally full trip this and go back to the intraday high. We can honestly full trip this and go back to the intraday high. It's a big if, because like if, for my coders out there, it's an if then statement. If we get above and hold above this, then we could do that. But until then, it's just a tough read. Like I don't, like if you take a shot, yeah, you might get lucky and whatever your trade is, you might end up being on the right side of it. But for right now, I mean, you're looking, I guess the first thing you're looking for is for SPX to clear the 1 minute 50 EMA, which is 496. But then you have the key level at 5,000. And then you have this previous high at 5,003 or 503. And then looking at NQ, same thing. We're at the 1 minute 50 EMA. We have these lows from 2 days ago, somewhere between 328 and 350. And then the breakout level is 78. Where is VWAP? Yeah, we could easily return to 425, 472. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Are we actually, like, is this the change of trend? All day we've been getting demolished. We tested, rejected, tested, rejected, tested, rejected, and now we're at another test. Is this test going to pass? Are the bulls going to pass? We're NASDAQ starting to pick up. Mag 7 is not doing anything. S&P 500 is starting to pick up. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Oh, this isn't really going yet. We do have some distance there. This is looking strong, but then why is price not following? If it's so strong, why is price not following? What do you guys think? I need my help from you. I need my help from all of you. What is going on today? Swift rejection. We haven't really taken out a recent low, though. Or is it going to come right back up? Watching some of these swing lows here, 280, 270, something like that. Is this just going to start to fall back down? It might be catching itself right at 300. Maybe people don't mind this long. I mean, the risk is 200, 210, so it's a 90-point risk, which is kind of brutal. Those damn dark pools. I feel that, brother. I feel that. I'm torn on what to do here. I mean, if you get that pop, that's devastating for the competition. If I could ride 2 contracts up 100 points, like that's a 4K jump. That's kind of like a nail in the coffin. It's just such a high risk right now. DGen into it long. Dude, I have to admit, I'm kind of thinking about it. I have to admit. I'm waiting for a little bit more of a clear signal. Okay, it's past 11 now. Honestly, he might force my hand if he somehow leapfrogged me. Let's see. I'm going to keep reloading this. Maybe it takes a couple minutes. What am I at? 3954. And then here are some of the numbers around me. I could zoom in just so you guys can see this a little bit better. Actually, let's just keep going in. Yeah, I think that's easier to see. Here are the numbers, 3954. So let's just come back to it and see if it does update properly. Calm, cool, collected. Calm, cool, collected. I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. I wish I took another one of those $6,000 Tory Trades classes. If only. A little bit of a trend line. I'm trying to get my best read possible off this options flow. Mag 7 starting to pick up. NASDAQ, not so much. Mag 7 did catch a bit there. SPY's kind of giving it back. That was a bunch of call buying and put selling turned into a little bit of put buying and call selling. So we spiked there at 11 going into the new hour. Did this update? Did this update? No. All right, I'll check back at 11:05. I'll check back at 11:05. Golly. Still bearish. So 25 to 50, we don't need that. We'll memorize that. 325 to 350 is an interesting zone. If it recaptures 350, we basically recaptured the low of 2 trading sessions ago, which at this point, what would be Friday? Just add like 25 trend lines. You got this. I mean, we ran all the way back up, got into resistance, 50-50 shot. Do we get rejected? Do we actually break out? Do we make a run for VWAP or something like that? Time will tell. Time will tell. 310. 310. That's 325. Tag that 50 EMA again. Is it a fake out? That's the question, folks. We're fighting trend pretty hard. The high is 325. Could be a double top right there. Popped up, pulled back, equal lows, now equal highs. SPX is looking a bit weaker. Did not want to recapture 500. Do I have an alert on 500? I need another alert here. That's going to be a key level. 500 and 503 are interesting recapture levels. SPX. It is trending up.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Locked in on the other accounts. Competition account is still live. All right. We're going for a little bit of a swing here on the competition account. Come on. I hope this was a good read and not a fake out. I'm trying to undershoot. So we have RTH VWAP at 418. We have IB 50% at 472. And we have the other VWAP all the way up at 540. I'm in at 321. I feel like my first one of 400, I'm undershooting all these levels. I just need a bit of a pop, which basically means I just need to be right of reading options here. I need to be right of reading gamma here, because even a pop back up to 500, I should be able to get at least this first fill here at 400. And then, of course, I'd go break even on the other one. That's the plan. And obviously, I got the scalp on these other ones. You saw that. It was a little bit questionable at first, but hey, it worked. Let's see. I don't know. Should I just have kept scalping? Tough read. Tough read. Tough read. It's dancing. We puked all the way till 1042, bounced up to 1053, took a 10-minute bounce, and ever since then, sideways. Looking a little weak now. Which way is it going? Which way is it going? Hobo Joe, he's either bringing out the worst or the best in me. It still has not updated. Hobo Joe. Hobo Jojo. Hobo Joe. That's not even that far of a reach. Like, we could definitely pop up there. Come on, Hobo Joe. And that's a nice lock in too, if I can get it. I'm up 4. And if I locked in both there, that's 3. So I'd actually be up 7. And then that would shoot me up into 3rd or 2nd place. If I can catch this. If I can catch it. Come on. Come on, Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe. I want to be the last face he sees when he's going away on his little hobo train. Come on. The real question is, when do I set the break even? I like to break out of 350. Come on, push 350. But that could so easily pull back. Come on, hobo. I'm going to search up some hobo hate terms. Come on. When is this appointment? Come on, Hobo Joe. Just need this one good trade. One good trade, and we could be set up for victory. Put the pressure on him. Put the pressure on him. Uh-oh. Didn't even hit 350. Roughly break even. Nothing too crazy. Why did this not update? I'm texting to ask when it will update. Still no update. All right, SPY is pushing the trend line. Qs are pushing the trend line. Watching this, the flow is holding. Interesting vibes, to say the least. Interesting vibes. I want to see if I want to sell some premium. Today is what? Vertical. Oh, is this a dumb move? Could be a dumb move. Who knows? Modify. All right, I'm trying to sell a little bit of premium in my options account to keep myself calm from the hobo account. Okay, I did get a position. If you're in the Discord, I am sending it ASAP. Just need to clean up all these tables. Why is it always so messy? All right. Let's see what we could do. All right, close. All right, did that. If you're in the Discord, I'm sending this in right about now. Okay, that's in there. How are we doing with the hobo trade? Hey, we're green. That puts me up 5. Okay, where's the competition at? Did this load? Did this load? Okay, so to break into the top 3, you need 7K. The top 6 are up 6K. This did update. So Hobo Joe has at least not locked in a trade. He might be in a trade, but he didn't lock it in. I'm still sitting at number 9. From this is all based off realized P&L, so there is a chance that Hobo Joe has just been in an unrealized trade this entire time. But this is good. Like, to be in the top 6, you need at least 6K. Really, even the top 7. To crack the top 8, you have to be up 5K. So I am currently up. How much was I up before? My brain is failing. So I was up 4K. So I could go up 7 if I lock these both in at 400. 7 would put me, I'd be number 4, almost number 3. If I somehow go up net 7K, which is where my target is for the one, if I lock in both there, I would be in 3rd place. Which, remember, there's no special, I guess, prize for being 1st, 2nd, or 3rd this time. It's just nice to have the buffer, just to clarify. So, like, yeah, we're seeing whatever, gold, bronze, and silver, that type of stuff. There's no, do I want to go break this? Ooh, how do I want to manage this, man? I caught a fish. What do I do? What do I do? I lock in one at 400 for sure, but how do I manage the risk here? Do I go break even right now? I mean, it's been so whippy. We're pushing. It's just, this brings up the age-old question. How do you fight a hobo? The age-old question. How do you properly fight a hobo? Well, I probably shouldn't let it cost me money, but it's just not even this concept of costing me money. It's so close that even that push to 50, it could so easily tag you and then bounce anyway, because we're moving like crazy. Even that, we went from 60. Maybe in hindsight, I could have taken the 1K positive just because like a 1K chunk percentage wise is a big chunk. It's just, these ranges are tough today, dude. Yeah. I mean, and we're also at 300. So it could just be, it's tough because this sell off, is it a real sell off or is it just going to put in a higher low at 300 and then we bounce and go? In hindsight, this type of play is obvious, but in real time, you just don't know. You're looking at it and saying, okay, like I could show you an example of this exact same setup, it being a higher low, it's switching trend. Oh, boop, it goes and it rips. And you're like, how did you not go long? I could also show you numerous examples of a sell off. It pops, it's a dead cat bounce, it breaks out, it's a fake, and it gets destroyed. And then yet, when people attempt to teach about it, they act as it's so obvious. And then yet it's still a 50-50 shot. It's still a 50-50 shot. Come on, Hobo Joe. Hobo Jojo. I would like it back above 330, 340. Above 330, 340. Just a nice ATR move above this 1 minute 50 MA. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. My issue is that SPX is getting hit. And it's getting hit pretty decently. Son of a gun. Are we going to make a whole nother leg lower? What's the flow looking like? I was trying to play this flow bounce. I was trying to play this negative gamma just because the upside was so great in a risk reward perspective. I'm not necessarily screwed yet, but it's not the easiest trade. It's not the easiest setup. Come on. Is it just a I'm hoping that this is just a retest of 300 and we bounce and go. My issue here is SPX is not looking the best. It is not looking the best at the moment. Come on. But you can see, yeah, we're just battling it out at 300. 320 is interesting. Like I said, 330, 340, I feel a bit more comfortable. And then obviously the legit breakout is 358. That's the legit breakout. How's the NASDAQ flow looking? Things were improving. It's still kind of improving. That was a pretty big hit. Fuck. It's hanging out below 300. I don't like that at all. How much leeway do I give this before I just cut? I'm kicking myself because how much was I up? I was up, I think, 1K. I think I saw 800 at one point. So I could have just jumped up another 1K. Or maybe do I just need patience? Is my read on this right? Maybe I'm off a little bit on time, but is my read right that we'll just eventually get sucked right back up into that? Options flow was picking up. Price is not going the way I want it to go, obviously, but I deeply believe my read on this was a good read. Looking at options flow, looking at key levels, we're just seeing, I guess, a little bit of a continuation of this unwinding. I was patient. I waited for the momentum to the downside to chill. We started going sideways. We saw options pick up. I deeply believe it was a good read. It's just not going the way I wanted it to. The market is hard to swing. Scalping is a little bit better. Oh, fully agree. And it's one of those things that grass is always greener. So like if you're there scalping, making money, you're like, oh, but imagine if I took that trade, if I went short at market open, how much money I'd be up. And then you try to swing trade and you're like, oh, but if I scalped all of this, I would have had like 5 trades all green and I would have had to like sweat whatever's going on. It's one of those classic things. The grass is always greener on the other side. I'm not completely screwed yet, but I'm not liking it. I am not liking this at all. I really like this. I was like, okay, great. It tested, got rejected, tested, rejected, recovered, boom, off to the races. It just happened to be a brutal fake out. It happened to be a brutal fake out. All right, I'm seeing if we're missing any major breaking news. It doesn't seem to be. Yeah, this is now fudge. But see, SPY isn't dumping anymore. Mag 7 is. Okay, that's not good. NASDAQ is going flat. So Mag 7, this is the culprit. Someone right here, I mean, you could see it. At 11:18, someone dumped a bit, and that caused us to kind of crack. But what's interesting about this is the NASDAQ isn't really going down, and the S&P 500 isn't really going down. I wonder if this is just a thing that I need to like muscle through and just wait it out. Just wait it out. Man, because if I could lock in one of those, that would cause I'd leapfrog. I think I just need to give this time. If my read is wrong, I think I just need to accept it, and I'm not going to be able to move on. But I think I am happy with how patient I was. I'm happy with I'm running through my read on it. I'm liking it. But yeah, obviously there's also variance in the market. So you could be on the ball doing whatever you want, and maybe it just doesn't work out for you. That's totally possible. But I feel like I wasn't chasing anything. I feel like I wasn't chasing it in terms of price or chasing it in terms of like just the time of the day of like, oh, I got to get in now. I feel like I'm happy with the patience for the entry, and I'm happy with the patience for waiting for various things aligned to have a reasonable trade. And that's all you could do. And then if Lady Luck is smiling upon you that day, congrats. Other than that, who knows? Who knows? Hang on, I'm just cleaning up some of these BS emails. Okay, I do have some dad duties to do, so I'm going to leave this trade open. The Discord will be able to track it. Remember, Legends right now, where I'm doing this trading competition, they're running a pretty sick deal, 60% off, and when you buy one, you get one. So it's a BOGO deal. So the first one's 60% off, and on top of that, you get a whole nother one for free. So it's pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. And I will make sure on Twitter to post tonight where I am. So remember, the competition goes till market close, which is not 4 p.m. Eastern, it's 5 p.m. Eastern. So what I'll do is I'll give you guys kind of an update of not just the competition account, but all these other accounts. I'm almost back to break even. Hopefully my read is right. But I'm going to be doing this pretty much for the remainder of the day in the Discord there. I'll have this streaming so we can see what's going on. But like I said, I'm going to, I'll keep you guys updated. And then obviously if you missed the Twitter update, we'll talk about it when the stream gets rocking tomorrow morning, nice and early. Can this get going? That would be such a beautiful push right here. Such a good push. If it can do it. If it can do it. All right. Anyway, I appreciate all of the wishes of luck. I hope you guys have been crushing today. I hope you made a buttload of money. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on Twitter. If you missed that, I'll keep you updated in the stream tomorrow. I'm going for it. I'm happy with how yesterday was horrible. I'm happy with the recovery overnight. I'm happy with how I've like kept it kind of sane today. And now we just have to see if my read of where we could go is nice. Because I think one big win at this point should be demoralizing enough to my op that they're like, there's not much time left in the day. Like, it just is what it is. That's my read on it. We'll see if it's right. We'll see if it's wrong. Shout out to Legends Trading. Like I said, 60% off and BOGO, buy one, get one with that code Goonie. I like the apprentice accounts the best, but that's my personal opinion. So make sure to check it out. That's what I have for all of you. I appreciate the good vibes. If you're in the Discord, I'll see you in a bit. I have a couple dad duties to take care of. Have a good Tuesday. I hope you're up a bunch of money. If you're not, I hope you're about to be up a bunch of money. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.